Okay, good morning, students. So today I will explain you about the design of synchronous counter, how to design a synchronous counter, and we'll take. I'll explain you about design of 2-bit synchronous counter, 3-bit synchronous counter, and how to design a 3-bit synchronous up-down counter. Okay, so first of all, how to design synchronous counter. First of all, you need to remember the steps to design a synchronous counter. So this is step 1. You need to decide the number of flip-flops. Okay, decide the number of flip-flops you need to use while designing the synchronous counter. Okay, so that means if it is a n-bit counter, the number of flip-flops we are using is n flip-flop. Okay, like that. Suppose if you are designing 2-bit counter means 2-bit synchronous counter means number of flip-flops is 2 flip-flops you need to use. Okay, and after deciding the number of flip-flops, you need to a second. So after deciding the number of flip-flops, you need to get the excitation table for the target flip-flop. Okay, so excitation table for the flip-flop. Okay, and step 3, you need to draw the state diagram. And state diagram and circuit excitation table. Okay, state diagram and circuit excitation table. And next, you need to obtain a simplified equation using K-map. Obtain simplified equation using K-map. You need to apply the K-map for each and every individual expression. Okay, individual terms, output terms. And step 5, by using that expression, you need to draw the logic diagram. Okay, draw the logic diagram. You need to draw the logic diagram. Okay, so these are the steps while designing any synchronous counter. You need to remember these steps. Okay, so you need to follow these steps, and then you need to design a synchronous counter. Okay, so first I am designing 2-bit synchronous counter. Okay, design 2-bit synchronous up counter. Okay, 2-bit synchronous up counter. Okay, so first, what is step 1? You need to find the means you need to decide the number of flip-flops and what type of flip-flop you need to use while designing the this 2-bit synchronous counter. So as this is 2-bit, so how many flip-flops you need to use? You need to use 2 flip-flops. Okay, so I am designing this synchronous counter by using JK flip-flop. I'm designing by using JK flip-flop. Okay, and next, so step 1 and step 2. Step 1 is completed, and step 2, you need to get the excitation table for the target flip-flop. Okay, so excitation table for JK flip-flop. Okay, so that means for designing of this counter, you need to remember the excitation table for all the flip-flops, mainly JK flip-flop and T flip-flop. Mainly we can design these counters by using JK flip-flop and T flip-flop. So here if you see the excitation table for the JK flip-flop, so Qn is the present state and Qn plus 1 is the next state. So by using the present state and next state, you need to predict the inputs. Okay, so that is by using excitation table only. Okay, this is present state and this is nothing but next state. Okay, so these are the possible combinations. Okay, so if you see, when Qn and Qn plus 1 are 0 0, you'll get 0 don't care, and this is 1 don't care 1, and don't care 0. Okay, so you'll get the excitation table from the characteristic table. Okay, so this is step 2. So you got the excitation table, and so after getting the excitation table, you need to draw the state diagram. Okay, so step 3 is you need to draw the state diagram. Okay, you need to draw the state diagram. Okay, so you see the state diagram. If you need to draw the state diagram, so here this is the present state. Okay, so what are the states? So when it is 0 0, when you apply 1 clock pulse, it will go to the next state 0 1, and after that it will go to the next state 1 0, and next here you have 1 1. Okay, okay, so that means this is Q1 and this is Q2. Okay, so this is the state diagram. So by seeing the state diagram, you need to draw the state table. Okay, circuit excitation table or state table. You need to draw circuit excitation table. So that means here Q1 and Q2 are the nothing but the present state, and Q1 star, Q2 star are the next state. Okay, and what are the inputs? J1, K1. Okay, J2, K2. These are the inputs. Okay, so what are the possible combination for this one? 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, so by seeing this state diagram, so when it is 0 0, when you apply the 1 clock pulse, okay, when you apply 1 clock pulse, so what is the next state? 0 1, and now present state is 0 1. When you apply 1 more clock pulse, the next state is 1 0, and 1 0 is the present state. When you apply 1 more clock pulse, it will go into 1 1. Okay, 1 1, and when 1 1 is the present state, when you apply the next clock pulse, it will come to the initial state, that is 0 0. Okay, so this is by seeing the state diagram, you need to draw the present state and next state. Okay, so after drawing, you need to use this excitation table for the JK flip flop. By using this excitation table, so this is the present state and this is the next state. Okay, so that means 0 0. So 0 0 means what? This is 0 don't care. Okay, 0 1. So when it is 0 1, 1 don't care. Okay, and next 1 1. 1 1 means don't care 0, and 1 0 means don't care 1. Okay, so by using the excitation table, I'm seeing this Q1 and Q1 star. Okay, so Q1 Q1 star, and next seeing this Q2 and Q2 star, I'm getting the excitation table for J2 and K2. Okay, so Q2 is nothing but present state and Q2 star is the next state. So when it is 0 1, you'll get 1 don't care, 1 0, don't care 1, 0 1, 1 don't care, 1 0, 1 0 is nothing but don't care 1. Okay, don't care 1. So you got the circuit excitation table. So after getting circuit excitation table, you need to draw the K-map for J1, K1, J2, K2. Okay. So here I am drawing the K-map for. So see. Okay. Here I am drawing the K-map for J1. K-map for J1. So as this is a 4 variable, a 2 variable K-map, so only 4 cells will be there for the K-map. So what are the inputs? Q1, Q2. Okay. 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. So if you see for J1, 0, 1, don't care, don't care. So 0, 1, don't care, don't care. Okay. So here you can take this is don't care, don't care. Okay. So this makes one pair, no? This makes one pair. Okay. So what is J1? J1 equal to what? Q2. J1 equal to Q2. Okay. And the next K-map for K1. K-map for K1. So we draw the K-map for K1. So this is Q1, Q2, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. So by seeing the K1, you have don't care, 0, 1. Okay. So don't care, 0, 1. So this makes one pair. Okay. So K1 equal to what? Q2. K1 equal to Q2. Okay. And next K-map for J2. Need to draw the K-map for J2. So here Q1, Q2, 0, 1, 0, 1. So if you see the K-map for Q2, J2, 1 don't care, 1 don't care. So 1 don't care, 1 don't care means depending on this 1 don't care, again this is 1 don't care. So depending on the situation, I can consider this don't care as 1. So that means you can combine these whole things, whole ones. So that means this can be considered as 1. Okay. So what is J2? J2 equal to what? 1 you will get. J2 equal to 1 you will get. Okay. And next K-map for K2. K-map for K2. So you need to draw the K-map for K2. So here Q1, Q2, 0, 1, 0, 1. So if you see K2, don't care 1, don't care 1. So don't care 1, don't care 1. So depending on the situation, you can consider this don't care as 1. So this makes one quad. K2 equal to what? 1. Okay. So you got all the expressions. Okay. So that means in which step? That is obtain the simplified equation using K-map. This is nothing but step 4. Okay. So this is step 4. So what is step 5? So after getting the expression, you need to draw the logic diagram. Okay. So by seeing the equations, you need to draw the logic diagram. Okay. Step 5, draw the logic diagram. Logic diagram. Okay. So this is, you need to use 2 flip-flops. Okay. So this is J1, K1, Q1, Q1 bar. So J2, K2, Q2, Q2 bar. Okay. So as this is a synchronous counter, so that means before that you need to know about the difference between synchronous and asynchronous counter. Synchronous counter means you are giving the common clock for all the flip-flops, whereas asynchronous counter means the output of one flip-flop is acting as a clock for the another flip-flop. Okay, so here we are designing the synchronous counter as this is a negative edge trigger. So that means when you are keeping that bubble, so these flip-flop will be activated. That means you are getting the output at a negative edge. So that means this is the negative edge when it is going from 1 to 0. Okay, this is nothing but negative edge. You will get the output. It will be, you are getting the output at negative edge. Okay, that's why this is nothing but negative edge clock. Okay, this is clock. Okay, now so what is J1 K1? J1 K1 is equal to what? Q2. Okay, so J1 and K1 are connected together, and it is given to Q1. Okay, and what is J2 K2? So J2 K2 are given to logic 1. Why? Because J2 K2 equal to what? 1. Okay, so you will take the states. You will take the states, that is Q1. Okay, so this is Q1 and this is Q2. Okay, so these are the states. So like this you have to design a 2-bit synchronous counter. Okay, 2-bit synchronous counter. Okay, so next we will see 3-bit synchronous up counter. Okay, how to design a 3-bit synchronous up counter. Okay, synchronous up counter. So now first step one, and determine the number of flip-flops and decide what type of flip-flop you need to use. Okay, so determine the number of flip-flops. Here this is a 3-bit counter. Okay, so how many flip-flops you need to use? You need to use the number of flip-flops. Number of flip-flops are how many? These are 3. Okay, and next the type of flip-flop. I want to use this T flip-flop. Okay, I want to use this T flip-flop. Okay, so step 1 is over, and next step 2. You need to get the excitation table for the target flip-flop, that is T flip-flop. Okay, excitation table for T flip-flop. Excitation table for the T flip-flop. Okay, so here so this is Qn plus 1 and T. Okay, so 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, so that means when that is when the present state is 0 0, you will get the next state as the present state. So that means you will get the 0 1 only. Okay, and when the present state is 1 1, you will get the toggle state. Toggle state means what? That is a complement of this next state. That means Qn bar you will get. So Qn bar. So Qn bar means Qn plus 1 bar. That means you will get 1 0. Okay, this is the excitation table for the T flip-flop. Okay, so next you need to find out the states. Okay, states. Step 3. That means how many states? So that is 2 cube. So that is equal to 8. Okay, so maximum count. What is the maximum count? Maximum count is 8 minus number of states minus 1. That is 7. So this is a maximum count. So that means it will count from 0 0 0 0 up to so on 1 1 1 1. Okay, it will count from this one. Okay, so in the step 3, you need to draw the state diagram and state table. Okay, so here if you see, this is 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0, and you have 1 1 1. Okay, so that means if you are applying the 1 clock pulse, it will come to the next state. Okay, so every time if you are giving the one during 1 clock pulse, it will go into the next state. Okay, so after completing this 1 1 1, again it will come to the initial state, that is 0 0 0. Okay, so this is the state diagram. After state diagram, you need to draw the excitation, means state table. Okay, state excitation table. Okay, so so you have let us take the 3 flip-flops, QC, QB, and QA. Okay, these are the present state. Okay, and next QC star, QB star, and QA star. Okay, these are the next state. And TC, TB, and TE. These are the inputs for the T flip-flop. Okay, so you know the possible combinations, as this is a 3 variable. Okay, so you can write 4 to 1 weights. Okay, depending on the 4 to 1, you can write this one. Okay, 0 0 0 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, and 1 1 1. So that means when you apply 1 clock pulse, it will go into the next state, that is 0 0 1. Okay, and next 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1. Again it will come to the initial state, that is 0 0 0. Okay, and next you need to see for QC and QC star. Okay, so by seeing this one, you need to draw the output TC. Okay, so that means when it is 0 0, we are getting TC as 0, and here 0 0, we are getting the output 0, and here 0 0, we are getting the output 0. 0 1. Okay, 0 1 means what? 0 1 means, if you see the excitation table, 0 1 means you should get 1. Okay, you should get 1. Okay, and next 1 1 0. Okay, you see with the excitation table, 1 1 means what? 0, and here also 1 1. So this is 1 1 0, 1 1 0, and 1 0 1. See here, 1 0 1. Okay, 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, I written for TC, and next you need to draw for QB and QB star. So when it is 0 0 0, 0 1 1, and next 1 1 0. Okay, 1 0, so 1 0 1. Okay, and next 0 0 0. Okay, and next 0 1 1, 1 0, sorry, 1 1 0. Okay, and next 1 1 will get 0, 1 1 0. Okay, and if you see for TA, so 0 1, all ones you will get 0 1 1, 1 0 1, 0 1 1, 1 0 1. Okay, so with the help of excitation table, you need to draw this one, all ones you will get. Okay, so you got the input expression for TB, TC, TB, and TA. No? So next, what you need to do, by seeing the state table, you need to draw the KMF for separate KMF for TC, TA, and TB. Okay, so KMF for first TC I am drawing. Okay, this is a 3 variable, total 8 cells you will get. So this is QC, QB, and QA. Okay, 0 0 0 1, 1 0 1 1. Okay, 0 1. So if you see this one, so first 4 0 0 0 1. Okay, so 0 0 0 1. Okay, and next 4 if you see in TC, 0 0 0 1. Okay, so 0 0 0 1. Okay, So I'm making for this ones. So this makes one pair. Okay. So what is TC? So TC you can write as QB and QA. TC equal to what? QB and QA. Okay. So you got TC equal to, you got this expression. And next KMF for TB. KMF for TB. So this is QC, QB and QA. Okay. 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1. So if we see for TB, 0 1 0 1. Okay. 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay. And next 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0. Okay. 0 1 0 1. I think here 1 you will get 1. Here you will get 1. 1 0 is how much? 1 0 is 1. Okay. Here you will get 1. Okay. So 0 1 0 1. Okay. So 0 1. Again next 0 1. Okay. This makes one quad. This makes one quad. So TB equal to what? TB equal to, here 1 is common. So 1 is nothing but you can write a QA. TB equal to QA. TB equal to QA. Okay. And next KMF for TA. KMF for TA. Directly you can write, or with KMF I can see what is the expression you will get. So this is a QC, QB and QA. 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1. All ones are there. All ones. So that means this makes an octet. All ones are there. This makes one octet. So what is TA? TA equal to 1. TA equal to 1. So you got the expression. So after getting the expression, what you need to do? You need to draw the logic diagram. Okay. So here if you see, so how many flip-flops? Total you have 3 flip-flops. Okay. So this is flip-flop A, B and C. Okay. So what is TA? TA is connected to what? Where? Logic 1. Okay. TA is connected to logic 1. Okay. TA is connected to logic 1. So as this is a synchronous counter, you have common clock for all the flip-flops. Common clock for all the flip-flops. So this is clock. Okay. And TB equal to what? So this is QA and this is TA, TB, QB, TC and QC. Okay. So TB equal to what? QA. TB equal to what? QA. Okay. It is connected. Okay. And next TC equal to QB, QB and QA. You can take from here. QA connected with an AND gate. Okay, connected with an AND gate. Okay, so this is what. So this is TC. TC equal to, you are getting QB, QA, QB, QA. Okay, so you can take the states. So this is QB, this is QA, so this is LSB, okay, and this is QB, okay. So you can take QB over here, QB and QC. Okay, this is MS. Okay, so like this you need to design a 3-bit synchronous counter. Okay. So next we will see how to design 3-bit up-down synchronous counter. 3-bit up-down up down synchronous counter. Okay, so here if you see 3-bit up down synchronous counter means so first of all I will draw the state table, and after that I can draw the first of all I will draw the state diagram, and after that I can draw the state table. Okay, so here if you see these are the states, 3-bit up down synchronous counter 0 0 0, and the next 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, so if it is a up counter, that means there will be a control input. So that means when that control input is m. Okay, m, let us say the control input is m equal to 0, it will do the up counting. So that means it will count from 0 0 to 1 1 1 1. After that it will come to the initial state. So this is nothing but up counting. Okay, up counting. And next when m equal to 1, it will do the down counting. So that means so here if you see, so from here if you see, so the down counting. So down counting means so here this is when it is down counting means you are decrementing in the given value with 1. Okay, so like this. So it will start from 1 1 1 1 and 1 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, again 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. Okay, so like this it will do the down count. Okay, it will do the down count. So that means when control input m equal to 1, it will do the down counting, and when control input m equal to, so here you can write, so when the control input m equal to 0, so it will do which counting? Up counter. It can be act as up counter, and when m equal to 1, it can be act as down counter. Now you need to design this up counter and down counter. Okay, so so here you have the control input m. Okay, and QC, QB, and QA. Okay, and QC star, QB star, QA star. So these are the next state, present state, and next state. Okay, and TC, TB, and TA. These are the input for the flip-flop. Okay, input of flip-flop. Input of flip-flop. Okay, so that means here, so when m is 0, it will act as which counter? Up counter. Okay, so when m is 0, it is acting as up counter. So that means these are the present state: 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, again 1 1 1. Okay, so what is the next state? So 0 0 1. Okay, up counting is when it is 0 0 0. So if you are applying one clock pulse, it will go into the next state 0 0 0 1. Okay, this is the next state. Okay, so 0 0 1, and next state, if it is 0 0 1 is first present state, the next state is 0 1 0. Similarly 0 1 1 and 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1. After 1 1 1, again it will come to the initial state, that is 0 0 0. Okay, so this is nothing but up counting. So we already seen during designing of this for 3-bit up counting. So directly I'm writing this is 0 0 0 1, and next here you will get 0 0 0 1, and here you will get 0 1 0 1, alternate 0 1s are, okay, alternate 0 1s, and for TA you will get all ones. So these are the inputs for the T flip flop, input for the T flip flop. Okay, and next for m equal to 1, m equal to 1, it is acting as a down counting. Okay, m equal to 1, it is acting as down counting. Okay, so these are the, so that means these are the possible combinations. You know this 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 and 1 1 1. Okay, these are the possible combination. So if you see this one, so that means when it is 0 0 0, so what is the next state? 1 0 0. Okay, so when it is 0 0 1, what is the next state? 0 0 0. Okay, again when it is 0 1 0, so that means it will come to 0 0 1. Okay, so here I can write, so when it is 0 0 0, the down count, this is 1 1 1, and when it is 0 0 1, you can see the state diagram and you can write this one. Okay, so 0 0 1, so the next state is 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 and 0 1 1 0 1 0. Okay, so this will be decremented by 1. Okay, down count. Okay, 0 1 1. Okay, and next 1 0 0 1 0 1 and 1 1 0 1 1 0. Okay, so I need to draw, write for by using the excitation table. For if it is 0 1 1, okay, anyway it is T flip flop. No? 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 and 1 0 1. Okay, I'm seeing this one and this one. Okay, and 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0. Okay, and next 0 1 1. Okay, and 0 0 0 1 0 1 and 1 1 0, alternate zeros and ones you'll get. Okay, alternate zeros and ones, you can check this. And this one 0 1 1 and 1 0 1 0 1 1, all ones you'll get, all ones you'll get. Okay, so you got the state table. After getting the state table, what you need to do, you need to draw the K map for this above 3-bit for TC, TB and TA. Okay, so K map for, first I am drawing the K map for TC. Okay, as this is a 4 variable, why? Because you need to include this control input also. Okay, control variable also you need to include. So what are the variables? M, QC, QB and QA. Okay, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Okay, so if you see this one, so 0 0 0 1 and 0 0 0 1. Okay, so that means here I can write 0 0 0 1 and 0 0 0 1. Okay, and for TC I'm seeing. Okay, next 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. Okay, so here you will get 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0. Okay, so that means this makes one pair and this makes one pair. Okay, so let us take this is 1 and this is 2. Okay, so what is the TC? TC you will get 1 plus 2. So this is equal to, TC equal to what? So here 0 is common. You can write M bar, M complement and QB and QA. Okay, see here, if here 1 1 is there, this is nothing but QB and QA plus M into, so here 1 1 is there, so M into QB bar, QB complement 0 0, so that means QB bar and QA bar, QB bar and QA bar. So you got the expression for TC. Okay, and next you need to draw the K map for TB. Okay, K map for TB. So you draw the K map for TB. So this is M, QC, QB, QA, 0001, 1011, 0001, 1011. Okay. So if you see for TB, alternate zeros and ones are there. So if you see this one, 0101, 0101. Okay. So 0101, 0101. Okay. Alternate 1 0 1s are there. And next, if you see inside 1000, 1000. So 1000, 1000, 1 0, 1 0. 1 second. 10101010. No. Okay. So 1010 and 1010. Okay. Here you will get 1. Okay. So here you will get 1 1010. Okay. So this makes one quad, and these adjacent ones, if you make two pairs, this makes one quad. Okay. So let us take this is a 1 and this is 2. Okay. So TB equal to what? TB equal to so if you see this one, M complement into QA plus, if you see this one, M into QA bar, M into QA bar, or you can write M XOR operation of QA, TB equal to. Okay. So this is the K map for TB. And next, if you see the K map for TC, K map for TC, so this is a M, QC, QB and QA, 0001, 1011, 0001, 1011. Okay. So all ones you will get. See here, all ones are there. For TA, all ones are there. Okay. So that means you can write all ones. All ones. Okay. So that means this makes 16 combination of 16 ones. Okay. So that means TA equal to what? 1. TA equal to 1. Okay. TB equal to this expression. So next you can draw the logic diagram by using this expressions. Okay. So this is TA, so A flip flop. B flip flop. C flip flop. Okay. So what is TA? So you have TA and QA. Okay. And QA bar is also there. And TB, QB, QB bar, TC, QC, QC bar. Okay. So what is TA? So TA is connected to logic 1. So this is connected to logic 1. Why? Because you got TA equal to what? 1. Okay. It is connected to logic 1. And this is a synchronous counter. You need to give common clock for all the flip flops. Okay. So this is the clock, common clock for all the flip flop. And next, what is TB? TB, before that we'll see. Okay, so what is TB? TB M bar QA. I'm using this expression, M bar QA plus M into QA bar. Okay, so so here you need to take a control input, that is M. Okay, and it is given through the inverter. You are getting M bar. M bar. Okay, so here if you see, so what is this one? TB equal to M bar QA. Okay, okay, M bar. So M bar. So this is M bar. M bar QA. It is connected with an AND gate. Okay, and next M into QA bar. Okay, so here M into QA bar. This is connected with an AND gate. So the outputs are given to OR gate. Okay, OR gate. Okay, so this is nothing but what is this one? M bar into QA. This is M into QA bar. Okay. Next, what is TC? M bar QB QA and M into QB bar QA bar. Okay. So here M bar into QA. So M bar is QA term is there, no? So this term I'm using. So this term I'm using, and M bar into QA. So from this you will get QB. So this is connected with an AND gate. You will get this expression M bar QB QA, M bar QB QA. And here also I'm taking this one. Okay, I'm taking this one, and next QB bar. So that means M bar. It's a M into QA bar. So this term is there. M into QA bar is there. So this is M into QA bar and QB bar. Okay. So what is this one? M into QB bar and QA bar. Okay. So I'm using this, and these two are connected with an OR gate. Connected with an OR gate. Okay. So that is TC. Okay. So so you are taking this one. So this is QA. Okay. So from this is QA, and this is QB, QA, QB, and Qs. Okay. Suppose if you want to design a 4-bit counter, one more like AND gate you will get. Okay. Here again you will get two AND gates. You can take the inputs input from this one and this one, and input from this one and this one, and you connect it with an OR gate. Okay, and it is given to one more flip flop. Okay, so one more flip flop you can design this 4-bit up down synchronous counter. Okay, so like this you need to draw a synchronous counter. So before drawing or before designing any synchronous counter, you need to remember these steps. These steps are very much important. First, you need to decide the number of flip flops. Okay, and you need to draw the excitation table for the target flip flop, and you need to draw the state diagram and circuit excitation table or state table, and obtain the simplified equation by using the K-map. And next, by using the logic equations you got in the K-map, no? So by using the logic expressions, you can draw the logic diagram. So this is the design steps for the synchronous counter. Okay.